Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Nahmaduhu wa nusalli ala rasulihil kareem. Amma ba'd. So we finish off the pronouns. Just want to have a recap of the pronoun. So, what are the type of pronouns? The zamir al-fa'il, okay, which comes joined with the verb. The mubtada pronoun, which is always the mubtada in a sentence. The maf'ul pronoun, it's called zamir al-maf'ul. The zamir al-mudhaf ilayh, and the zamir al-majroor. Okay. Now, these are all different types and have different translations. Okay? So even though the word I in all of them, meaning one person who's talking about himself, the wahid mutakallim. If it's a fa'il, when it's a subject, whether it's fa'il or mubtada, because they're both the same, isn't it, in English, you use the word I. If it's a maf'ul, the object, you say me. Okay? You don't say I saw he. Let's say from the Caribbean or Barbados. Say I saw he. You say I saw him. So you want to use the example, he did, he is, but you saw him. And you want to say he book. What do you say? His book. You want to say I book. What do you say? Well, you say I book. That's a different thing altogether. iMac, iPhone. But it's really my phone. So it's my. So the same way these pronouns change according to what is becoming a sentence, these also change. That's why you have the different pronouns. Okay? Now one thing, another point we need to keep in mind is that the zamirs are mabni. They don't change. So for example, hada, it's mabni, isn't it? Like ism al-ishara. They don't change, do they? Whether they're marfu, mansub, or majroor. Correct? Yes. You use hada for all three conditions. Yeah? And pronouns, they don't change, but you can't use one pronoun for all three conditions. But you have to do a different pronoun for each condition. Do you get what I'm saying? So for example, all the zamirs are mabni, so it wouldn't change. The zamir al-mutara wouldn't change. Huwa will always be huwa, but huwa can't be used as a maf'ul. So the zamir al-mutara will always be marfu, because it comes in a position of a marfu. If you want to use the word I in a mansub state, you can't use the word ana. You have to use another pronoun, which is actually what? Which is actually made for the mansub state. So look, let me explain to you what I'm saying. Now the ism al-ishara, correct? Now when you have the ism al-ishara, you have the zamir as well. Now, every noun can come in one of three states, because all nouns have what? Ding. Definite, indefinite, i'rab, number, and gender. So this must have an i'rab, doesn't it? So it can be marfu, mansuban, majroor. But there's only one set of ism al-ishara, which is hada, hadani, haula, etc. So whether it's marfu, mansub, majroor, what will you use? Hada. Zamir, you also get marfu, mansub, majroor. But there are three sets of majroor. Sorry, there's three sets of pronouns. For marfu, you use a pronoun, for example, ana. Yeah? Now, the ana can't change. It will always remain ana, but it's only use a particular position, which is a marfu position. The mansub is what? So when you want to use a zamir, which is mansub, you can't use ana. Say, oh, ana is now mansub. It's mabni, so it won't change. It will remain the same. You have to use another set of pronoun, which is what? Ni. And majroor is what? Yeah.
So when you say marfu, mansub, majroor, do you mean the word after?
No, this word itself.
Or the word itself?
Is marfu. For example, this comes as a mubtada, which is marfu.
Yeah, and the last letter that it applies to. Okay.
Okay. So it's a bit like tires. Like for example, when you have you have all weather tires.
Yeah.
So think of hada as all weather. It doesn't change, but it's an all weather. Marfu, mansub, majroor, you always use hada. And these are different tires for different conditions. For a marfu, you have to have the ana tire, or the zamir marfu tires. When it's in a mansub position, when it's this kind of weather, you have to have the mansub pronouns. And in this weather, you have to have what? Majroor pronouns. You understand? So these are all mabni, but it's different. This hada is mabni, and it can occur in all three conditions. This is mabni, meaning I mean all of them. Ana, huwa, huma, hum, hiya, huma, hunna, anta, antuma, antum, anti, antuma, antunna, ana, nahnu. All of them are mabni. But it's mabni meaning it won't change, but you can't say, okay, well, it doesn't change, let me use it in mansub. You say, no, change the tires now. What is mansub position? What do you do now? Take it to the pits and put the mansub. And when it's majroor, you have to use your majroor pronoun. Does that make sense? So they are mabni, but this is why it's different. This is mabni that can be used in all three conditions. These are mabni, but they're only specific. It can only be used in particular conditions. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So inshallah, I want to just run through the pronouns again. A brief recap. So I want to give a brief recap of the pronouns. You got a pronoun. So we know all the pronouns, all different types of pronouns. How do you recognize these pronouns? How would you know, for example, if it's a marfu pronoun, if it's a mansub pronoun, if it's becoming the mudhaf ilay, if it's becoming the fa'il, if it's becoming the majroor, if it's becoming the mudhaf ilay? So look, first question you ask is this pronoun built into the verb or not? If the pronoun is built into the verb, what's it going to be?
Fa'il.
Fa'il. For example, darabna. So it's daraba, daraba, darabu, darabat, darabata, darabna, darabta, darabtuma, darabtum, darabti, darabtuma, darabtuna, darabtu, darabna. So because darabna is actually a verb built in, it's a custom built verb. With the pronoun inside, this means that what is this going to be? The zamirul fa'il. So the fa'il is inside, so darabna means we hit. Okay? Yeah?
Yep.
Right. If the pronoun is on its own, it's not what? Built into the verb. It's on its own individually. For example, nahnu. What is this going to be? Mubtada. It means zamir al-mubtada. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
If it's joined to a verb, what's it going to be?
Baby.
Huh?
It's a clingy.
If it's a clingy baby,
It's a maf'ul.
it's going to be the maf'ul. For example, sami'ta. So for example, now in this one, we've got two pronouns. Sami'a, sami'a, sami'u, sami'at, sami'ata, sami'na, sami'ta. So sami'ta on its own, that's a what? Built into the verb. That's what? The subject file.
Yeah.
So you hit. And the na is joined onto the verb. What's that going to become? Not we, us.
Us.
That's a zamir maf'ul. So it means you heard us.
Us.
Do you understand?
So why can't you just have sami'na?
Sami'na is we heard.
Okay, it's for the other person. Oh, right, yeah.
So if it's sami'na, that means we heard. Because that means that the na is part of the verb. Sami'na.
Okay.
If it says sami'ta, na. So sami'ta is the built-in verb of you heard. And the na is the object. So you heard us. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, so you never have like sami'ta and na separately. It'd be
Na can't come on its own. It's a clingy baby, remember?
okay.
It has to come with the verb.
Right.
Okay? If it's joined to a noun, what's it going to become? For example, dinuna. Deen means religion. What does it have to become? It's joined to a noun, it must become?
Oh, is it mudaf?
Not mudaf.
Mudaf ilayh.
Mudaf ilayh. Zamirul mudaf ilayh. So now it's not translated as we, it's translated as our. So we hit. So because both of these are subjects in English, aren't they?
Yes.
So they're both translated as how? We. And this is an object, it's translated as us. This is a possessive pronoun, it's translated as our. So we heard, or we are, whatever. You heard us and our religion. Okay? And if it's joined to a harf jar, then obviously what's it going to become? For example, ilayna, the zamirul majroor ilay. Zamirul majroor. So it becomes ilayna, towards us. You understand? So if it's built into the verb, it becomes a fa'il. If it's on its own, it becomes the mubtada. If it's joined to a verb, not built into the verb. If the verb exists on its own, then the pronoun comes after. It's a maf'ul. If it's on its own, if it's joined to a noun, it's going to become the mudhaf ilay. And if it's joined to harf jar, it becomes what? Majroor. Okay? So I'll leave this here. I'll go through some one by one. Yeah? So ni'matuhu. Ni'ma means what? It came before?
A blessing.
Blessing. Okay? So how do you translate? So what kind of pronoun is this?
It's a zamirul fa'il.
Zamirul fa'il. Why?
No, it's a damir maf'ul.
Okay, why do you say Zamirul fa'il the first time?
Because I thought it was joined to the verb.
But is this a verb? Ni'ma means gift.
No, it's not.
So that's wrong. So what is it?
It has to. It's damir mubtada or damir.
How come it's Zamir al-Mubtada? What's Zamir al-Mubtada? What's the rule of Zamir al-Mubtada?
It's not on its own.
So then it can't be this.
It's joined to a noun.
It's joined to a noun, so it must be what?
Damir and mudhaf ilayh.
And ni'matun means what?
Blessing.
Blessing. So it means, how do you translate this?
What?
Who is number one, so? His.
His blessing.
His blessing. I'll give you the easy one.
Darabnahum.
Yeah. Now, darabna on its own has what? A built-in pronoun.
Yes.
Plus you have whom.
Yeah.
So darabna is what?
Darabna is from daraba.
Yeah. So is this pronoun built in?
Yeah.
So the darabna is a built-in.
Yeah, but then it's got hum after it.
So there's two pronouns in here now, and this one is what? Joined to.
Joined to a verb, so it become damirul maf'ul.
So how do you translate this? Daraba means what?
To
We hit.
So, no, to hit.
Yeah.
So how do you translate this now? This whole thing.
And hum is we. No.
The darabna is we.
Yeah, darabna is we. Hum is
We hit
including
is them.
them.
So we
hit them.
hit them. Your turn.
نعمتك. It's ضمير المضاف إليه.
Zamil mudhaf ilayh. How do you get to that conclusion?
It's joined to a noun.
It's joined to a noun. So it's joined to a noun because ni'mah is a gift again. Okay. What's this one?
ضمير مضاف إليه.
Why is it zamil mudhaf ilayh?
It's joined to a noun.
Joined to a noun. Your turn. Next one.
عليهم.
What's ala?
على.
What's ala? It came before. There you have the whole list in front of you. It's what?
It's on.
Which on? It means on. But what kind of word is it? It's a harf jar.
Yeah.
So if it comes joined to a harf jar, it must be what? Him is going to be what here?
ضمير المجرور.
Zamil majroor. So upon,
Him.
not him,
No.
plural. Upon them.
Upon them. Yeah. Okay.
Yours next one.
It's joined to a verb. ضمير المفعول.
It's going to be zamir maf'ul because joined to a verb. So we translate this as what? Submit to.
I heard him.
I, because so submit to inside is a zamir al-fa'il, the built-in fa'il. I heard, and who is now the? Him. So I heard him. Laha.
لا is half is ضمير مجرور.
Zamir al-majrur. La is harf jar for. So for her. Ilaykum.
إليكم. إلي is.
Ila is also what? Two letters.
towards-
So harf jar.
Yeah. So it'd be harf jar, which means it's a damirul majrur.
Zamir al-majrur. Next one. You do this one. خلقتنا.
It's ضمير المفعول.
Why is zamir maf'ul?
Because it's attached to a verb.
So what's the whole transition of this?
He.
خلقت.
So
You.
خلق made.
Yeah, made or created.
Created. You created us.
You created us. Who are here?
Huwa aduun. So huwa is he.
So what kind of pronouns are going to be?
It's on its own, isn't it?
So it has to be what?
So it's a damirul mubtada.
Zamir al-mubtada.
Yeah. That'll be ضمير المبتدأ.
Zamir al-mubtada because it's on the own again. Your turn.
هما في الغار. Is huma the pronoun?
Yeah. We're asking the pronoun. What's fi? Fi is a harf jar and ghar is what? Alif lam. So it has to be what?
ضمن المبتدأ.
The zamir al-mubtada. This is a harf jar. This is a and majrur is a ism. Do you understand? So this is how you can identify the pronoun. A tip to identify the pronoun. Yep. Okay. Any questions?
No.
No? Okay.